So you're thinking about Florida. Maybe you're dreaming of endless sunshine, palm trees swaying in the breeze, and the promise of a life that feels like a permanent vacation. It's easy to get swept up in the fantasy. After all, that's what the brochures and travel ads are selling. You've seen the postcards, right? They're everywhere, smiling faces, turquoise water, and sand so white it almost looks unreal. It's the image that draws millions here every year, chasing that perfect slice of paradise. Perfect sunsets, families laughing as they stroll along the shore, and retirees soaking up their golden years under the shade of a palm. It's the dream, and for some, it's real, at least on the surface. But here's the secret. Florida has a dark side. Beneath the glossy exterior, there's a world of contradictions, where beauty and chaos collide in the most unexpected ways. It's a place where the state bird might as well be the construction crane, and the state flower is the traffic cone. Growth is constant and the landscape is always changing, sometimes faster than the locals can keep up. The dream they sell you has fine print and it's written in invisible ink. There are hidden costs, unspoken challenges, and surprises lurking behind every palm frond. It's not all sunshine and seashells. Living here is a chaotic comedy of errors set against a backdrop of stunning natural beauty. One minute you're marveling at a flock of herons in the Everglades, the next you're stuck in gridlock, wondering if you'll ever make it home. Before you trade your winter coat for sunscreen, hear the other side of the story. There's more to Florida than meets the eye, and it pays to be prepared for the unexpected. This isn't a warning to stay away. Think of it as a field guide, a survival manual for navigating the absurd reality of life in the Sunshine State. From bizarre roadside attractions to neighborhoods that seem to pop up overnight, there's always something new to discover. Because if you come here expecting only the postcard, you're in for a humid awakening. The heat is relentless, the humidity is legendary, and even your sunglasses will fog up in protest. This is the untold story of Florida. Sweltering heat that feels like a sauna, six-legged intruders that never take a day off, baffling politics that make headlines for all the wrong reasons, and relentless development that transforms the landscape year after year. But it's also a story of resilience, of breathtaking wildlife, from gentle manatees to prehistoric alligators, of communities that come together after hurricanes, and a quirky spirit that finds humor in the chaos. So grab a cold drink, pull up a chair, and let's talk about what it really means to live in the state that sanity forgot. Because in Florida, the line between paradise and pandemonium is thinner than you think, and that's what makes it unforgettable. When most people think of Florida, a vivid, sun-soaked image pops into their minds. It's the Florida you see in glossy Disney commercials and travel magazines, families laughing on roller coasters, couples sipping drinks by a sparkling resort pool, and endless days of relaxation under swaying palm trees. The promise of paradise is everywhere, and it's easy to get swept up in the fantasy. Every year, people from colder states pack up their lives, convinced they're trading snow shovels for flip-flops and moving into a real-life Jimmy Buffett song. They arrive with dreams of endless summer, picturing themselves living out the ultimate vacation where every day feels like a holiday. But then, reality sets in, and it hits fast. The first unmistakable clue? The sweat. It's not just a little glisten, it's a full-body experience that greets you the moment you step outside. From April to October, sweat becomes your constant companion. It clings to your skin like a second layer, a sticky film that never quite goes away no matter how many showers you take. Locals know to carry towels, fans, and a sense of humor. That gentle morning breeze you imagined? In reality, it's more like stepping into a thick, soupy wall of humidity. The air feels heavy, almost tangible, and even the palm trees seem to wilt under the weight of it. And that idyllic drive to the beach you saw in the brochures? It often turns into a bumper-to-bumper crawl, with everyone else chasing the same dream of sand and surf. The journey can take twice as long as you hoped, and the only thing moving fast is your patience. The postcard version of Florida left out a few important details. It didn't mention the faded paint, the cluttered streets, or the reality that paradise comes with its own set of challenges. The dream of an endless vacation quickly collides with the mundane truths of daily life. There are still lawns to mow, now in relentless heat, groceries to haul, and chores that don't disappear just because you're in the Sunshine State. You still have to pay bills, stand in line at the DMV, and deal with customer service headaches. The palm trees outside don't make paperwork any more exciting, and the sunshine doesn't shorten the lines. The fantasy of Florida is a powerful marketing tool, selling a dream that's hard to resist. But the reality is far more complex, filled with both beauty and frustration, joy and sweat. Here, you might watch a breathtaking sunset over the ocean, only to return home and find yourself battling a giant palmetto bug in your kitchen. The magic and the mess exist side by side. This constant contrast between the dream and the reality is the central truth of Florida living. It's a place where fantasy and everyday life collide, creating a unique experience that's both challenging and unforgettable. Florida weather is more than just sunshine. It's a complex dance of elements that shape our daily lives, and hurricanes. The relentless sun can bleach your car, fading its color over time. It's a constant battle against the elements. Every summer we play hurricane roulette, preparing for the worst while hoping for the best. But the real story is what happens in between these extremes. It's the soul-crushing humidity of August, making the air feel like a hot, wet towel that clings to your skin. The humidity is relentless, sapping your energy and making even the simplest tasks feel monumental. Daily afternoon thunderstorms are a given, turning the world into a giant sauna, with steam rising from the pavement. These storms are both a relief and a challenge, cooling the air but also flooding streets. Lovebug season sounds cute but is a messy ordeal, with swarms of bugs coating cars and windshields. They appear twice a year, making driving a sticky, bug-splattered experience. Pollen coats everything, turning the state into a sneeze-inducing landscape, covering cars, patios, and porches in a thick yellow dust. Allergy sufferers beware. It's a season of constant sneezing and itchy eyes. Florida weather is a full-contact sport, dictating your daily schedule and plans. You learn to adapt, checking weather apps religiously and planning your day around the whims of the sky. You learn to do yard work early or late to avoid heat stroke, taking advantage of the cooler hours. It's a strategic game of timing and endurance. You always keep an umbrella handy for pop-up showers, which can appear out of nowhere. These sudden downpours are a part of life, catching the unprepared off guard. Living here means developing a contentious relationship with the sky, always watching for signs of change. The sky is more than just a backdrop. It's an active character in your life, unpredictable and ever-changing. It's a dynamic force, shaping the rhythm of life in Florida, where the weather is as much a part of the culture as the people who live here. Florida is a swamp we've paved over, but the original residents never left. Your neighbors have scales, feathers, and exoskeletons. You don't just visit nature in Florida, you live in it. The line between your backyard and the wild is often non-existent. The most famous uninvited guest is the alligator. Newcomers are shocked to find them in unexpected places. It's a humbling experience to have a 6-foot dinosaur stroll across your driveway. But it's not just gators. Snakes, raccoons, and armadillos are common. Birds like sandhill cranes and ibises are part of daily life. Insects like palmetto bugs and fire ants are a fact of life. Living with Florida's wildlife requires a change in mindset. You learn to coexist and accept you're part of a larger ecosystem. There's a myth that Florida is cheap to live in. The lack of a state income tax lures people, but the secret is out. The price of paradise is rising fast. Housing costs are the biggest shock for new residents. Home prices and rents are soaring, especially in desirable areas. Property taxes can be surprisingly high and often increase yearly. Insurance is the financial boogeyman of Florida homeownership. Due to hurricanes and flooding, property insurance is astronomically expensive. Car insurance is among the most expensive in the nation. Electricity bills in the summer can be shocking. While the lack of a state income tax is a plus, other high costs offset savings. Florida can still be more affordable than some places, but it's no bargain basement paradise. Florida culture is more than Mickey Mouse and Miami Beach. It's a bizarre mix of Southern hospitality, northern transplants, and immigrant communities. The clash of cultures creates a society that feels like separate tribes. Florida politics are a circus, with baffling headlines and unbelievable characters. Amidst the chaos, there's a unique local culture. It's found in small-town fish fries, roadside stands, and local dive bars. It's a culture of resilience, living with hurricanes, heat, and bizarre politics. It's not the polished culture you see on TV. It's messy, authentic, and fiercely independent. It's the real heart of the state. Living in Florida isn't an endless vacation. It's a daily obstacle course. The most frustrating challenge is the traffic. Roads are clogged with tourists, commuters, retirees, and construction trucks. Infrastructure hasn't kept pace with population growth. You plan your life around traffic like a military strategist. The battle against the elements extends to your home. Heat, humidity, and sun wage war on your property. Mold and mildew are constant threats. Your air conditioner is a life support system. Navigating bureaucracy is another challenge. Public services are stretched, making simple tasks frustrating. These daily frustrations can wear you down, but patience and humor help you thrive. Despite the frustrations, there's a reason people flock to Florida. Beneath the concrete and tourist traps, there's a real Florida. It's a place of breathtaking beauty and quiet wonder. The real Florida is found in quiet moments. Paddling a kayak through mangroves, watching manatees, or walking on a deserted beach. These moments connect you to the state's natural soul. It's also found in quirky, authentic towns. Places like McCanopy and Cedar Key offer a glimpse into old Florida. They are islands of authenticity in a sea of chain restaurants. Florida can still surprise you with hidden gems. They are the antidote to traffic, humidity, and headaches. They make living here not just bearable, but magical. So, there you have it, the unvarnished truth about life in Florida. It's a land of contradictions, a paradise paved over. It will test your patience and drain your bank account. It's not the simple dream the brochures promise. To live here happily, come with eyes wide open. Trade the postcard fantasy for messy reality. Accept sharing your yard with critters and roads with terrible drivers. It's not for everyone, but for those who stay, Florida offers a life that's anything but boring. The sunsets are spectacular, and moments of bliss are possible. Florida is what you make of it. If you're still thinking of coming, come on down. Just don't say you weren't warned. Paradise has a few snakes and lots of palmetto bugs.